Hey guys, we're back, and it has been probably around like 4 months since I posted a video. But honestly, I just really burnt myself out, and I just couldn't do it no more. Staring at my phone all day, I really couldn't do it. But what I'm gonna start doing, I'm just gonna do like 2 days or 2 videos a day or something, kind of get that settled. Because when I was doing that, it wasn't bad at all. But once I started doing it, like I think I posted like 3 videos a week. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah, 3 videos a week, like for 3 weeks or whatever, for however long I did it. I just got really burnt out. I did not want to do it no more. It was exhausting. But we're gonna walk over here to the Kenny truck because we are gonna start working on that little sucker over there. But we are going to be putting new bearings in it for the crank because the oil pressure wasn't quite as good as we thought it would be, or it needs to be at least. So we're taking the oil pan off. I got the oil drained. Hopefully Nate don't spill anything because you know we got to work here.
I already did.
For the next hour.
I already did.
What?
Made you look, nerd.
Well, we got that little old spot, but don't matter.
Oh, son, that thing is permatext on there.
Any Permatex?
Yes, it is. I'm looking at it.
Honestly, I think I remember because Kenny came over here and was like, hey, my oil pan's leaking. And then we just...
Yeah, it's permatext.
We threw... All the bolts are out of it, right?
Yes.
Look, it ain't even sitting down or nothing. She's still on there. Hang on a second. Let me give her a good kick. Y'all done?
Oh, there it went.
Y'all done. That oil pan definitely wasn't leaking.
Oh. There she is. There she blows.
You're going to turn it sideways to get it over that little hump right there.
Oh.
There, that right there is how you permatext the oil pan, guys. It turned completely sideways. No, not like that. Like sideways, like turn it. There you go. That's how I take them off usually. Keep on going. There you go. Looky there. That's how you do it. That's how you take off oil pan.
It's oil pumps dripping.
Oh yeah, actually. Let's see here. We got that off. Now we're gonna have to take off the oil pump or the thing. Yeah, that's oil pump. And those are usually 13s and 15s, I think. I'm pretty sure it's mostly 13s.
Permatext far.
Dude, I'm serious. Look at it. I think I remember doing this.
There's an inch of permatext all the way around it. Oh.
We got tired of her leaking, dude.
Throwing permatext to it.
Alright, all the bolts are there, right? You don't have any bolts over there or anything? We don't need to lose
I
those.
threw them all at your head.
Alright, Sam, it's good. Yeah, she's permatext.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we got a new gasket over there that we're going to be putting on it anyway. Look at that.
I know, dude. It's crazy.
It's crazy. Alright, we can slide that oil pan out from underneath here. And, oh, actually, no, we can leave it underneath there. We can clean this up a little bit. Get some brake cleaner in here. Just let it drip down in the bowl. That right there. And
Probably going to be dripping for a while.
yeah. Just try not to get oil on the ground because, you know, we got to work here.
I'll bring some oil dry over here.
I'd rather not. No, don't bring oil dry. Are you crazy? You want to work in oil dry?
We're already working in pebbles.
That's like sand. Like sand gets in every crack of your body. So you're gonna have.
It's no different.
You're gonna have a bunch of darn sawdust in your crack and your sack and everything else.
Well, that's why I go home and take a shower, David. I don't know about you.
Well, I don't know about you, but I do not want to be working in freaking sawdust. Look at Tammy over there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we'll clean that out.
Permatext on the oil pump.
That's fine. Alright, I'll get some brake cleaner and some rags and we'll clean this up before we start taking it apart. Sounds good to you?
10-4.
10-4. Alright, so this oil pump, it's going to take 4 bolts right here. These 2 little brackets, I'm going to take them off on the block so they won't be in the way. And them 2 right there. This right here, I'm pretty sure it broke last time we took the oil pan off to where it was broke to fix the oil leak and everything, or put an oil pan gasket on it, so to speak. But this right here was broke right here on this bracket, And when that broke, it still had a low oil pressure. It just wasn't as bad as it was now. But we thought that was the reason why I didn't have any oil pressure. One of the valves may be bad or something. So we had one laying around and we changed it. And still got a low pressure, obviously. So, you know, it's not too good. I got all the bone, got all on my finger. Yeah, we're gonna rip this sucker off real quick and then clean it up and then stick the bearings in, or roll the bearings in, whatever you're gonna call it.
Put up a video and start making money. I don't know why you ain't doing that.
Oh, I know, right?
Alright, first one's first. We're gonna pop these off.
So we're doing the crank bearings, not the
We're doing all
rod
of them.
bearings right now,
We're
right?
gonna go with these first.
So we're doing the crank bearings, not the rod bearings, all right?
Right now, we're doing the crank bearings.
All right.
And then we'll do the rod bearings afterwards. We clean all this off. We don't drip in your face.
I know, I was waiting for some brake cleaner.
And all that's been dripping on that, so all this will be, we don't need no brake cleaner, just wipe it off.
Oh, I was gonna get spotless.
You don't need that.
Oh, I think it does. Oh, we're gonna need another gasket for that oil pump
Well, we could do that.
before we put this thing back together.
I think it might have been leaking in the first place.
What that?
I don't know.
It could have
A
been.
little bit to clean this up so we can put our blanket down so we can be clean at this, okay?
Yeah, I was trying to be clean. I was telling Nathan to be clean too, and then I took the oil pump off, and
Well,
you know, it kind of about fell on me.
there you go. I don't know. Check that oil pump. We may need to change that oil pump. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's where the oil was. It just, the bearings are going in it. It's supposed to be a brand new engine.
But
Reman
if the bearings are bad, there'd be glitter in the oil, wouldn't there?
Yeah, not necessarily.
But that would be wearing, right?
Well, for some reason we ain't got no oil pressure. We got oil pressure when it first cranks. You got 50 pounds of oil pressure. And then when it gets warm, it goes plumb down to 0.
It's like, it could be the oil. The oil's pretty
No,
good.
it's not the oil.
It could be the oil, you never know.
No.
Oil pressure.
No.
So it could be the oil
No.
instead of the pressure.
No.
The oil could be the
No.
problem instead of the pressure.
You think so?
Yeah. It says, you know, oil pressure. It's either oil or the pressure.
Well, that's what it is then, the oil pressure. We'll just cut out the oil or the pressure when it says oil pressure. Alright, break this one loose. I'll get the stuff ready and we'll come over and roll them in.
Alright.
I'll show you how to do this. You guys will do this really good. You can video it. Make a good video for you. Hey everybody, it's me again.
Sorry, I ain't been posting in a while. I've been lazy.
I've not been lazy. I've had a life.
He's got a life now. You don't have a life. Now he's gonna start videos.
No, it's not really that. I just kind of burnt myself
Alright,
out.
listen. This is what I'm telling you. Get this, put your snow dryer or something on that. Put this blanket down under here where you don't stir up no dust or anything. And let's get these put in so we can get this thing out on the road and somebody making me money.
Alright,
Okay?
let's do it.
Alright, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright?
That dipstick just sitting there.
It's just sitting there. I wonder why.
I don't know.
It's just sitting there sticking out. Hanging out.
Alrighty guys, so I got the first one off. You know, when you're taking this thing off and you're sitting underneath the truck, the worst part about it, in my opinion, it's freaking oil. You're gonna get oil all over you because it's literally, you know, gravity, obviously. But plug that oil hole right here, feeder line, whatever you want to call it, because it's still dripping. And got the first one off. It's 2 big bolts. They're 1.25 inches. I was gonna do it. I thought it was 1 1/8 inch, but I was wrong. It's 1.25 inches. I don't know if you can see it. 1 1/8 inch. There we go. There's the bearing. And here's the impact I was using. Takes it right off. Super easy. Super simple. We got this off. Oh, just look at this bearing. Honestly, this does not look bad at all. See, I wish, you know, I had some brake cleaner, but, you know, Dad said we don't need no brake cleaner. It is a little bit scuffed up right there. Unless that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know. I've never seen a crank bearing before. Have any of you guys seen a crank bearing? Are they supposed to have these lines? Now, I'm sitting here thinking, that don't look too good. That's what I'm sitting here thinking. Yeah, that's bad. Yep, we're doing the right thing. Put some crank bearings in it. see if that's still smooth. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Alrighty then. Let's do it. I wonder if I can just push this. I mean, it's a big circle. Alright, I'm gonna take this sucker off too, because I gotta get to that one. But we're gonna do one at a time so nothing gets mixed up or nothing. And just let me go over here and show Dad this bearing. So just slide out. Yeah, there she goes. Yeah. Go boom. There she comes. Slow that down. Go down, show Dad this bearing, see what he thinks about it. What do you think about that little bearing?
I think it looks good.
Well, look at that. You don't see
I
those?
know that's where dirty oil's been in it, but it's not in the copper.
So you think it's still good?
That's the bottom where the crank always sits.
Oh, but it's still...
It's got scarring in it. Yeah, it's dirty oil is what that is. I mean, that truck is dirty when we got it, remember?
Yeah.
Remember that head was all gunked up and...
That's pretty bad. I don't know, I think there's a little bit big gases to me.
We're putting new ones in it.
I know,
We got
but-
them for, but...
That wouldn't really affect the oil pressure, would it?
No, because it's going this way with it.
That's true. Alright guys, so we're kind of questioning what we're doing, but this thing, we got the bearings, so we're still putting them in. Maybe it's the rod bearings that might be bad, but the crank bearings, they look amazing. So we got Kenny's truck, obviously. We got these when he was still working here and kind of just now getting to it. It's not good, but you know. But we got all the gaskets for the oil pump, which is amazing. We got those, so we got the crank bearings. And the little box is the rod bearings. One of these is a crush bearing. I don't know what a crush bearing is. Dad was talking about a crush bearing. But, if I could be fair, I really don't know what the heck crush bearing is. In my opinion, I don't know what that is. But I'm gonna get a 5-gallon bucket of diesel. So I can stick those in there and I'm gonna clean them before I stick them back in, obviously. I'm gonna get a 5-gallon bucket, swish the part around in there, and then shove it back in. I think we're pretty good. I'm gonna switch it around and get some oil, put it in there. Alright, we're about to take the second bearing out. Well, that is.
Second main cap. Is that what we're trying to do?
I think so.
Did you bring a little pecking hammer?
No, just
You
wiggle it
didn't?
out.
You didn't bring a pecking hammer. Oh, we need a pecking hammer.
What?
So,
You serious? You can't get that out. I got mine out.
well, you got yours out.
Let's pick on it with a
man.
bolt or something.
I got oil all over me.
Pick on it with a bolt.
Can't. It's not a tool.
Hey, anything can be a tool.
Yeah, it is, ain't it?
Piece
Anything.
of wire, anything.
Oh, give me the head. What's
Kicks
up
you in
with
the
you?
side, in the face.
Why are you videoing?
Because,
You don't like being on video.
huh?
This is a main bearing cap tool. You didn't know that, did you?
Yeah. Why is yours so hard to get off? Mine was easy.
It's because they're setting on it. Yeah, please.
Just stick that rag in that little hole. There you go.
A little bit, not much, but you gotta understand how much oil pressure it's had too. I get a feeling we put the bearings in there, we'll go from there.
I mean, we already got them. Might as well, you know.
Well, yeah, that's what we're doing, putting main bearings in it. Might as well while we got them, right?
Yeah. But Dad pushed the bearings out a little bit. I'm gonna try to figure out a tool. Usually, from what I've been told, there's a thing that slides in here, and then you turn the motor, and it, you know, pushes the bearing out, and then you put the new bearing in front of it, and just, you know, turn it, and it'll slide right underneath it. That's what I've been told. I could be wrong, but you know, who knows? But that would be nice. But then again, you do have to turn the motor. It'd be cool if they just had something that you could just push out or hit it with a hammer or something, so you didn't have to turn the motor. It'd be easier. But let's try to suck her off. I really don't want to drop it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Turning the wrench around. Turning. It's really hard to do with one hand. And there we go. Oh, I just dumped all over my phone. Son of a gun. Alrighty, I got my camera cleaned up and the face a little bit. Kind of just dumped on me. Where's that Lucas? I had a little thing of Lucas. It's a little water bottle that has Lucas in it. That stuff's leaking on you.
Yep, and I do not like that stuff.
Go get some wool.
All I'm doing is going to snug this down a little bit. Run it up together. I'm pretty sure these torque down to 400 pounds. Okay, what you want to do, get your first bearing out, which I've already got it started. So you get a screwdriver, it's bent like this right here. See there? It's a bent screwdriver. And you tap it around. You don't want to get your screwdriver hung up. Right like that. I wish you did not put that stuff in there.
Oh, it's funny. It's on your shirt.
Yeah, so I told you not to use that stuff.
Is sticky.
And it's going to do that the whole time we're working on this.
I'll get some wool.
And now you take this and you grab a hold of the bearing on that lip. Got to get a hold of it. That's the hard part right there. Because you don't want to scratch the crank. Come on, baby. There she is. A lot of times you can roll it just with your hands. That's a big old bearing, ain't it? There you go. There's your bearing.
There it is.
That's your top bearing. Most of your top bearings got a little grooves. Your bottom ones are going to be flat. Yep, there's your bearing number 2. We're on bearing number 2. This particular bearing, this is your bottom. They're all flat, as you see. And the top bearing is like this. It's got a little groove in it. Those are little plastic things.
Groove. We got our old bucket of diesel right here. We're going to clean her up.
Standard bearing right there.
Clean her
That's
up.
your second bearing. Oop. This is not the right bearing you got out. This one's got chambers in it. This is for your thrush bearing. It's your thrush bearing. They'll hook right here and go around the side. This is your thrush bearing. Can't put this one on number 2. So I'm going to need another bearing.
All right. Don't lose the bottom one, because that bottom one goes to that bearing too then.
So give me another bearing. Here. That is a thrush bearing.
There we go. This is a normal bearing.
That's what I'm looking for right there. That one.
Clean
Flat
this
on the
sucker off
edges.
a little bit more. Drain a little bit. Then stick it on the towel we're laying on. Throw the stick out of the way. Wipe her off.
They're over working, ain't they?
Seems like it. Get that out of the way. We don't need those.
Start turning right in there.
What are you doing with yours? How you putting it in?
You just take your edge, make sure your lock edge is on the corner. And you go spinning them in. Should spin in so far.
So basically just how we
See,
took it off?
there's where it stopped. So it's kind of hard to get them to slide back in because of that. Right there.
He's hating on my old Lucas oil.
Alright. Now, when it does that, if you take a socket up the end of the crank right there,
Oh, and turn it?
right? We'll show you that in just a second how you do this if you can't slide them in there by hand. Alright, everybody. As we're rolling these bearings in there, you slide them in there and see the oil hole. You'll take like, this is a 6mm socket, and it'll fit right in that hole right there. See that hole? Now Devin, which is right there, he's turning the accessory drive. He's going to turn this thing counterclockwise and roll the bearing in there. Roll it, Devin. Alright, see? She's rolling in. Alright, stop for a second. Alright, roll her in there, Devin.
Sounds hot.
Alright, everybody. That puts that bearing in there. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. That's your second bearing. And it squished it. See it? That's how much clearance between your bearings and your crank.
How much does it have to be?
That's probably about 3/1000.
So Dad came up with this thing called a plastic gauge, and what it is, it's this little string right here. What you do is pull it out,
And you take that.
and then you stick it in your crank, and then you squish it, and you torque it down to the right spec and everything, and however wide it is however, or how much clearance there is, which is
Between the crank.
pretty smart. So this is, oh, Dad's finger's in the way. So what is it?
It's pretty tight. Let's see. See, that one's 1.51, which is 2/1000. That's 6/1000.
She's on there.
So we're about 1/1000. So see, even the thickest one right there. See it? Really, Devin?
Yeah.
Jeez. Now you got to clean it.
We have to clean it twice.
Where's the other pack?
Weird. Yeah.
Let's see what it is. 1 to 3/1000. Okay, let's go with that.
You see that little booger?
Because that's
right
probably
there?
going to be 1/1000. Let's see. Right there's 1/1000. Look at that. That's pretty freaking tight, ain't it?
Sure. Alrighty guys, we got the mains done. The mains torque at 400 pounds. And the caps for the rods, the rod bearings or whatever, they torque at, what is it, 130. So those big
130.
ones right there is 400, and the small one is
Begging right
130.
chainer, and then up in here, this one sticking down right here is the small ones.
Yep.
So this was 400. That was 130.
Yep. Got them done.
We got the old Bessie right here.
Dude, like, seriously, that thing is ancient, bro.
Yeah, it's sweet. I like it. It's awesome.
People are gonna be down in the comments, you know. My granddad had one of those.
Yeah, back in my day. Yeah, good old back in my day. So we're gonna go ahead and grab the oil pump.
Yeah.
We cleaned it. We went over it. Everything looks good on it. We also got new gaskets for everything. If I can find it.
Did you Permatex everything?
No, Permatex. No, we got a new gasket. We shouldn't have to. We'll still put a little Permatex on.
I don't know. Did Finance already pull it out?
What?
The new gasket.
New gasket. No.
He's got like 3 oil pan gaskets.
It's just hanging up. Oh! We got all the oil pump gaskets right here. So we got the regulator. We got the other regulator on the fuel pump. Or not the fuel pump, the oil pump. So we only need 2 of these, but I guess they sent all kinds of good junk. But anyway, there you go. There's that. There's the oil pump. It's all nice and clean. It's spitting out nothing.
Hang on.
Or watch out, it'll squirt at you. Are you ready? Ready? Or watch out. Whoa. Look at that thing go. Squirt the fluid out.
So this is that for this.
Yeah. You know what these bolts torque at?
I think they're about 430 pounds.
When you take it over there, make sure you clean that up. That's what we're doing. Well, I'll go get the other one and we'll stick it on. That's a nice bike. You know what?
That's a nice bike.
Alrighty guys, we have got the oil pump. We have got all new gaskets in the oil pump. And we got the oil pan on.
You know what you need to film, right?
Yeah, no. Well, when I was putting this oil pan on, I put one bolt on one side and I went to the other side and I had it just propped up on my knee because, you know, that bolt was holding it up. And then next thing I know, that sucker just falls and like busts me right in the eye. It hurt. I laid there for a second. I thought it knocked me out. But it hurt. But live, whatever. Who cares?
You learn.
Yeah, don't do that again.
Find some missing bolt.
I really don't know how bad it's cut. Cut. I don't know. But we got this thing together. We're going to put some oil in it and we're going to see if this oil pressure is fixed. You think it'll fix it?
I don't know.
I hope so.
Just put another regulator in the oil pump, new bearings.
So this bottom end, there is nothing wrong with it. We went over like all the torques twice because, you know, I went over Nathan's work. There ain't no telling what he'll do.
Hey.
You need that.
Whoa, what is that?
Hey, film it before Tim gets a chance to.
Put a reefer thing on it.
I got my own stuff to film. Alrighty, guys. We have, let's see. We got the oil pan on. We are putting oil in it right now. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pick up all these tools. I got most of the trash picked up. Got a couple more rags over there. Clean up our little area. But we got a new regulator and we got a new fuel pump for this thing because, I mean, we're there. Why not do it? We're already having oil pressure problems. The bearings could not have been it, but we already had the bearings. There was like 3 bearings that were bad. I don't know where we put them. I think we already put them in the scrap pile. Yeah. But there was 3 bearings that did not look so good. So those are going to have to be, I mean, those could have been the issue. Really don't know. Another thing that could have been the issue, we're thinking, is this regulator right here. If there's a spring in here, and if that spring is bad or weak or whatever, it'll just let it bypass and that'll cause your oil pressure to go down. So, yeah. Nathan's getting the oil, Magnum 1, putting it all in there. We'll fill her up, or start it, and then we're gonna back it off these blocks. Because why not? Still gotta drain the oil. Here's the old pump. What do you think about it, Nate?
Glad to have it done. I'm not ready to go home.
Me too. It's like 7 o'clock. We got her done though. That's all that matters. There's one truck down. We got a couple more to go. We'll be caught up. That's at 100%. Alright, wait. There she is. I'm up here with you.
Come on, baby, be good.
Come on. Start right up. And no pressure at all.
We didn't change it.
Oh, is on pressure over there?
Yeah.
We got oil pressure. Huh?
Uh-oh.
Ain't got none, does it? This gauge right here was usually working on it.
No. Why is that hook? This gauge is working. We got 50 pounds.
That's air.
Oh, that's low air. That's air. This is oil.
Ah, shit. That's better than what it was.
What's she running?
Why, it's 50.
About 53.
Better than before?
Yeah, it jumped up quick.
Safe to say it's safe. Well, that's good. Hopefully it'll fix the issue. Get this thing out.
Well, it's not dropping now. Before it would drop.
Yeah, like slowly.
It'll go down to 0.
Great.
Let's see if it holds it. When that one ran, it only holds about 50, 53.
Hey, that's good.
We'll know when it warms up.
Did it tighten?
Oh, what?
Why did you tighten up that drain pond?
What do you mean?
It was loose. It's dripping oil.
Oh. I bet he got his little trot dude. Little trot.